What's up guys, Blade Master here bringing you another Total War Attila online replay. This is a match from round 1 in the new era tournament. Again, rules, brackets, etc. all pertinent information will be posted in the comments and maybe in the description as well. So, this matchup is going to be fought between JJ13542 and Noldo from the VM clan, VM Militara. JJ has taken the Alans and Noldo has taken the Visigoths. With the Alans, it seems like a pretty traditional Alanic tournament build. 4 Germanic pikes and 4 Germanic archers, 1 Sarmatian warband, and a total of 4 Sarmatian warband on the flanks, so a total of 5. And a total of 6 Germanic horsemen, all with triple or double silver chevrons, and 1 Alani general. So a total of 8 cavalry is allowed, and only 7 cavalry was brought by the Alanis or by JJ. And Noldo has brought a total of 4 Germanic horsemen on the flanks, a couple of cheap shock cav, I would say, 2 Gothic lancers. Why would he bring these guys over the Germanic lancers? I believe the Germanic lancers are the one with 200 health. Yeah, I'm not really sure why he would bring Gothic lancers who only have 150 health. Anyways, he's also brought a total of 4 Germanic archers and a front line of 6 Gothic warband. It looks like no. There's I think it's just Gothic warband on the flanks and 2 noble Germanic swordsmen in the center, and a couple more Germanic horsemen. So a total of 8 cavalry and 1 Germanic nobles general. So judging from the builds, it probably looks like the Alanis will have a tough time because the archers have it covered there, but the two shock cav, the 2 Gothic lancer shock cav that Noldo has brought could prove to be pretty wasteful, I would say. So Germanic archers just trading volleys here. Precision shot popped for VM Noldo. I think JJ hasn't used the precision shot ability on his archers yet, which means he's kind of losing the archer fight, but it's looking pretty similar at this point. Let's go ahead and fast forward. Actually, no. You know what? This is a lost art. This is a lost bit of enjoyment. Archers just fighting, against each other. Sure, it doesn't make for the most exciting match tournament-wise or competitively speaking, but it's nice to see people using archers to just trade volleys against each other. I haven't seen that in such a long time that it's actually a novelty now. So, yeah, actually, it's getting boring now. Let's go ahead and fast forward. The archers for Noldo seem to be taking a pretty decent upper hand, I guess, just from him using the precision shot ability earlier. Although I could be wrong, maybe JJ used precision shot while I wasn't looking. I doubt it though. It looks like Noldo is starting to. It's just so even right now. I mean, it doesn't really matter if both of these archers are just going to keep fighting against each other. Both of them are just going to waste their volleys. Because at the end of the day, whom are these archers going to fire at? They're going to actually for JJ, the Sarmatian or the Gothic warband would make for a pretty decent target with their 25 armor. So now he's bringing in one of his Germanic horsemen, and in response, Noldo moving up with his Germanic horsemen. Just some feints going on, pretty hesitant first moves, but here the Germanic horsemen are going to charge in. The noble Germanic swordsmen, of course, do not have their javelins, so these Germanic horsemen were able to charge in and then kill off those Germanic archers. Now, while these Germanic horsemen are going to chase after them, the archers can let loose some concentrated precision shot volleys. I would think the Germanic horsemen would probably take a couple casualties from that. Doesn't look like it. And otherwise pretty even. I mean, the archers for JJ seem to have an upper hand right now, but it's not like I think they're basically out of ammo anyways. So the archers, I would say, have been wasted. At least for JJ, he could have used them on the Gothic warband or on the Gothic lancers. Those are all excellent units to use your arrows against. But I mean, yeah, at this point, it's still looking very, very even. The noble Germanic swordsman can defeat the Germanic pikes frontally, of course. So, let's go ahead and press play. There was a little feint there from JJ, moving up with his Germanic Horsemen against the Germanic Horsemen for Noldo. Again, pulled back with them, just trying to entice his units just to charge in. It looks like he's going to go in for the decisive charge here, though. And it doesn't look like, ooh, Noldo got a charge right at the last second. So it was a pretty clean charge from Noldo. But now this means that he can move around with his Gothic Lancers. Unfortunately, one of them got caught there. Same thing going on here. The Germanic Horsemen charging up against each other. I think both of them got a pretty decent charge off. And now it means the Gothic Lancers on either flank are going to be able to get great charges here against the Sarmatian Warband. So they're actually going to be used to pretty decent impact. Again, they are very light in mass. They will take a ton of casualties, like you can see here. But they've actually reduced, they've gotten 40 kills on Germanic Warband or Gothic Warband. Again, here, Sarmatian Warband getting charged at by Gothic Lancers. The Sarmatian Warband will take a lot of casualties, as you can see there. Only 74 units left. But again, it's kind of a waste bringing these units. They are starting to rout now without even killing off one Sarmatian Warband. And here the the Alani General is going to get a great charge onto these Gothic Warband. With an Alani General, the Gothic Warband are basically destroyed. Because again, very heavy, no, they're just regular heavy shock cavalry, but excellent charge with them. And you can see the Gothic Warband have already been destroyed basically. Here though, the Germanic Pike Clan is going to get destroyed by the noble Germanic swordsmen, but it'll take a long time. And meanwhile, the Gothic General have already killed off, or basically almost able to rout the Gothic Warband. And then they'll be able to actually get a charge in on these Germanic nobles, which will be very, very bad for Noldo. Here the Germanic horsemen just starting to rout. On JJ's left flank though, one of his Germanic horsemen have escaped and they can actually charge into the Gothic Warband here. Definitely doesn't look like it's going to go in Noldo's favor, and that was something that I kind of like expected. Sorry for the lag here. I'm not really sure why the game kind of lags, just like randomly. Anyways, the Alani General being pulled back into safety behind his pike line, very smart move there by JJ. And the Germanic horsemen for Noldo are starting to waver and rout. Again, even if you put them onto triple gold chevron, they still have their one Achilles heel, which is their lack of morale basically. And here Germanic horsemen managing to rout the Germanic Warband. I'm not really sure. Yeah, now JJ should charge into the Germanic nobles. I honestly would have done that earlier, but it's always easier to judge things when you're simply a commentator. Doesn't look like he's charging into yeah, he did. That is like the friendliest charge ever. Hey guys, we're just coming here to say hello. They didn't charge into the Germanic nobles at the end of the day. But it doesn't look like Noldo's going to be able to pull this back though. The Gothic Lancers over here doing a pretty decent job rear charging into Germanic horsemen and stuff. And if the Alani General can just manage to get one charge in onto these Germanic nobles, it's basically game over. But at this point, since he's not doing that, and he's got gaps in his pike line, it's actually looking kind of iffy. He might not be able to pull this victory actually. Because these two Germanic horsemen are just going to be able to rear charge the living crap out of these Sarmatian Warband and that pike line too. But I probably would have just split out one of these units, just use one to charge into this blob and then use one to catch the Alani General. Because as for JJ's left flank, he's still able to win this. He's still able to win his left flank. And the pike line meanwhile is crumbling, but it's taking a while to crumble because of the low melee attack of these noble Germanic swordsmen. And now this is a smart move from JJ. He's just pulling back with his Alani General. There's no need for him to engage these Germanic horsemen. Although to be honest, he'd probably be able to slaughter one Germanic horseman right off the charge. But there's a very good chance that he'd lose his general. And couple that with the low morale from his pikes, he'd probably just lose his pikes. Although they're basically done now because they're getting rear charged by Germanic horsemen. He's just pulling away his units to safety, just moving them into the side of his army which has more reinforcements, like namely his Germanic horsemen. Here they're basically both just they're just not interested in this little fight here. The Gothic Warband doing a very admirable job holding off these units, but it's just too much for them to handle. They've obviously routed. Wow, I really apologize for this lag. It's actually irritating me so much. I'm not even sure if you guys can see it, what with YouTube just destroying the quality of uploads anyways. But here, noble Germanic swordsmen routing. The Germanic nobles still hale and healthy. Big flaw here, or big poor move from JJ not charging into these Germanic nobles when he had the chance. Could bite him in the ass here, because these Germanic nobles are going to these Germanic horsemen are going to charge into Sarmatian Warband. Although there are Germanic horsemen who are coming in to support. all in all, it looks like a very close battle, and unnecessarily close battle for JJ, because he could have won this game a lot earlier. The Germanic Horsemen here charging into each other, and I think the Germanic Horsemen for Noldo will be able to win out that battle. And oh, actually no, one of them have routed. The other one is wavering and trying to rout. That rear charge from that Alani general will do the trick there. And rear charging with pikes here against the Germanic nobles general, so that he can't move anywhere. And then coming into support with another Germanic horseman, they should be able to charge in here. Basically, game over. Well played to Noldo. Well played to JJ. Both players could have made some improvements. Actually, Noldo could have made some improvements to his build. JJ could have made some improvements to the way he handled his build. In that he could have just destroyed the Germanic nobles so much earlier with his Alani general. He still did a very good job though. And go ahead and charge these units finally. He has a phobia of charging into generals. Pyrrhic victory to JJ, and it was a fun match to commentate. The Germanic archers trading volleys with each other was kind of cool. It looks like the Germanic archers for JJ actually managed to get more kills. Germanic horsemen doing very well. The Gothic lances proving to be kind of a disappointment, although they did do much better than I expected. Bringing a straight line of Gothic warband is always a risk, because they can get charged at, especially in a tournament where 8 cavalry is allowed. So maybe bringing some pikes would have been smart from Noldo. Anyways, guys, that's the end of this battle. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more. Peace.